Good evening, wanderers of the unseen path. This is AM Radio Stories. My name is 11th Journey, and I'll be your guide through these fleeting waves. We return tonight to Margaret, the woman whose letters spoke of longing and steadfast love during the Great War. Her words have remained with me, a quiet reminder of the extraordinary courage it takes to love in times of uncertainty. But tonight, I bring you another voice, one that should not exist, yet does. In 2014, nearly 100 years after his death, Thomas's remains were uncovered by dedicated historians working to honor the fallen, regardless of which side they served. Among his belongings was a letter, a response to Margaret that he never had the chance to send. His words have found their way to us, as if guided by forces beyond our understanding. Tonight, we listen to love's answer, arriving a century late, yet somehow exactly on time. The letter reads,
My dearest Margaret, if you are reading this, it means I have made it back to you. Or perhaps I haven't, and these words have found you another way. Either way, I need you to know what is in my heart. The days here are long, Margaret. The air smells of damp earth and metal, and the sky feels closer than it should. The trenches are deep and cold, filled with shadows that don't belong to the earth. But I carry you with me, your smile, your laugh, the way your hand fits perfectly in mine. You are my light in this endless grey. I want to tell you about yesterday. The boys found an old gramophone in the rubble of a farmhouse, and for a brief moment, the air was filled with music. It was scratchy and uneven, but it felt like life. We laughed, Margaret. We danced like fools in the mud. It reminded me of the dances we shared, of the way the world seemed to fall away when I held you. But today, the sky is quiet again. The only music is the sound of boots in the mud and shells in the distance. We have been ordered to move forward at dawn. None of us knows what waits for us out there, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't afraid. Still, it is in this fear that I find my courage, Margaret, because I am fighting for you, for the home we will build, for the life we will share. And so, I write to you now, in case I cannot say these words to you in person. Margaret, will you marry me? I cannot promise you a perfect life. I cannot promise you wealth or ease, or even peace. But I can promise you this, that I will love you with all that I am, for all the days I am given, whether those days are many or few, whether they are spent in your arms or only in your memory. My love for you will not waver. I hope to hold you again, to see your face as I ask you this question. But if I cannot, know that my heart is yours, always, yours forever, Thomas.
Thomas's letter arrives like grace itself, unexpected, impossible, yet undeniably real. Here is a man facing the unknown with remarkable clarity, not about his survival, but about what matters most. His words carry no desperation, no pleading with fate. Instead, they hold the quiet certainty of one who has discovered love's true nature. Notice how he speaks of fear, yet finds his courage not in bravery, but in love itself. He understands what Margaret intuited in her waiting, that love is not merely emotion, but creative force, the power that calls possibility into being. His proposal comes not as question, but as declaration. Not merely, "Will you marry me?" but a promise. "My love for you will not waver." This is love that is moved beyond the need for response, beyond the requirement of reciprocity. It simply is, like the hum itself, constant, underlying all other sounds. The philosopher Emmanuel Levinas spoke of the face of the other as infinite responsibility. Thomas's letter embodies this. Even facing death, his concern is not for himself, but for Margaret, for the love he might leave incomplete. Yet, paradoxically, in that very concern, the love becomes complete. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry wrote that love does not consist of gazing at each other, but in looking outward together in the same direction. Thomas and Margaret's love was a light that guided them, even when they walked separate paths, even when one path ended in the mud of a trench, and the other in a quiet house filled with letters. To Thomas, wherever his spirit may dwell, your words have reached her. Across a century, across silence, across everything that seemed to stand between you. And so, we leave Thomas's words here, suspended in the hum that connects us all. His love has traveled through time itself to reach us, proving that some promises transcend even death. I will be here again, as I always am, when the hum returns and the threads of time weave us closer still. Until then, remember that love at its truest is not diminished by separation, but refined by it. For the journey is never truly done.